I'm your host of the most, Lopen23, and you're joining me for Demon Waifu. So, this video will include some answers to a lot of questions that I've been asked in the comment section of my last video covering this game. And I'm going to cover a lot of those questions, as well as give you guys some tips and tricks since I've been playing this. So, let's go ahead and dive right in. First and foremost, one of the questions was, is there a guild shop? Are we able to redeem tokens? What, who, what, when, where, and why? So if you go to Guild Construction, go over to Guild Exchange, you can redeem your tokens that you build up. And I would prioritize, if you haven't done so yet, getting the Erica 3 tokens a day, as well as the Brian 1 token a day. Remember, these are consorts that also help buff subordinates and bounce back and forth, especially with buffs and whatnot. Next up is, how do I get the item to host cocktail parties, right? Because cocktail parties are very important, especially for, you know, buffing your holy kindred, right? You know, you're able to not just level them up, but once at level 10, you have to do the awakening and things like that, which, you know, turns them from just an item, like you see here, to actual player, you know, characters and whatnot. And then also the fact that once you get them to a certain level, you're able to actually use those as avatars, you know, for yourself. So the place to get those is to go over here to territory. And once you're in your territory, you go down to the honor store. The honor store shows cocktail parties here. Make sure to get these at the top here first every single week. Because remember, those two only refresh once a week. However, the general goods are a little bit more expensive, but they refresh every single day. So keep that in mind. So before we go any further, this is one of the things that I want to say. During the weeks, right, make sure to watch out for your timed ranked missions. Now, you want to hold on to a lot of items until there's the right kind of things. I know you want to jump the gun and just be like, I need to get power as quickly as possible. Yeah, but hold off on that. The reason why is, say for instance right here, the magic crystals consumption that you see right here. This was an event that just passed yesterday. And basically, as you saw, I got third. Now, by saving my crystals and then using a bunch, it gave me that power that you're going to be rushing pointlessly for during off weeks when power consumption isn't a thing, right? Or the crystal consumption. By me getting third, because there was no way I was going to get first, let me be real, I got a bunch of these really cool items. So if you don't save your items, and if you don't use them during the thing, you're not going to rank at all. But long story short, one of my guildmates, you know, Matt here, he got first. I had no shot in the dark competing against him, so yeah. And as you can see here with influence, I gained 31st, which put me in the big server competition currently. I'll show you that in a second. Right now it's production area, which has been completely revamped, by the way, and it's kind of really cool. And I'll take you that to here. So the way for this is you now make sure to do one tap delivery once that is available. And you just literally give a bunch of lumber. You get a bunch of, say for instance, this is the vineyard. This, you get a bunch of crystals, you get a bunch of power and things like that. And then you also get this soon to be tradable vineyard. You know, right now it's 8 of 15. I'd say with one full charge of this will basically be tradable. And again, you go down this and you just literally one tap. If you don't have that unlocked, make sure to make that a priority and get that unlocked as soon as humanly possible, because it's kind of annoying tapping like 75 times per thing. It really can be annoying. Also, another thing I want to point out is the levels. So you see here how this is 8 out of 20. And then for basically about every 10 pieces of wood is one whole level. So each piece of wood is about, you know, 10 EXP out of 100. Okay, that's about the best way to put it. And see, we were able to edge up there to 16 out of 20. So, you know, here in just a couple hours, we'll be able to trade that. But the way to get those levels, to get that up to 20, 25 or higher, well, let me take you over to that. So here's one of my waifus, and long story short, is, here's a little thing while we're here. Make sure to unlock these bonds if you haven't done so already. You don't need to jump right on the upgrade train, but make sure to unlock it because you would at least get a 1% buff, you see here, or 0.5%. These need to be upgraded for understanding. Each point of understanding upgrades 5%. So you need a good 20 to unlock the bond. So yeah, that kind of really sucks. Also, make sure to max these out. Seriously, make sure to max these out. Make sure to tune into those hot springs every single chance you get to be able to get enough points to be able to level these. And make sure to hold off too. Like I said, don't jump the gun when there's not an event. So right now I'm in the huge leak weekly influence thing that I'll show you here in a second for the like bunch of servers, which nets a lot of good rewards. It's the best time to use that upgrades, as well as, like for instance right here, I could level this up to 126, 105, go down this list of other things. Right now would be the best time, since that influence event is going on, to gain a bunch of awards. So what you do is you go to rank on any of your consorts, right? You hit rank, and you promote. Now, the promotion is based off of three things. Consorts is for, the next level. So this would be allow things to go to, I believe, level 25. Oh no, it's just, okay, 14%. I know you can go up to level 25 so far, is the highest that I've seen. But this is what the next rank of this Core Lady 2 would offer. So you would, get increased chances, and then there's, as you can see, the where we are now. So influence bonus on upgrade would go from 40 to 60. Opening influence bonus would gain by 40%. No level productivity, but like I said, so far the highest I've seen is 25. So I need to gain close to 60 more affection, and I can quickly do that, but like I said, don't rush to that. Patience is literally a virtue in this game for the events. So here's your rings down here, and they've made the system a lot easier than it used to be. And this is your 1 ring, this is your 2 ring, and you just can hit gift. Now, in order to gift 10, you need to reach VIP 4, and that's the really crappy part. And if the devs actually ever care to hear criticism, it'd be really great if you guys would do one of two things. There's a lot of games out there that at least give a daily login VIP bonus. Like, simply 10 VIP a day, just literally 10 VIP, would at least allow, people who don't have money to literally and figuratively throw at the screen, at least some semblance of hope over the course of literally years. Yeah, it's literally years. I'll take it to here. So, like I said, over the course of literally years, you need 1500 EXP, or may I say VIP, to get to level 2, as you can see here. I've already got level 1. I'm the type of person that if I enjoy, say, a game or an app or whatnot, I will, spend a little money here or there. And this is a game that I actually genuinely do enjoy. But you need to add some sort of system that helps to promote growth for players who, like I said, don't have money to throw at the screen. And hopefully they implement the system. I've suggested it many times before. I suggested it in game, and even Matt, who spends money on this game, and many other people have been like, that seems like a fair and reasonable idea. And they don't want to throw tons and tons and tons of money at the game themselves. And they figure, well, I'm a person who constantly logs in, and me, I'm a person who logs in multiple times a day. And it would just be nice to see, one of the things that I see is really successful is State of Survival. Really successful and highly profitable game on both Apple and Google Play stores. And it's something that they, by logging in every single day, you get VIP points. It's very, like, atrociously small. Like I said, 10 a day would sound reasonable, especially for how long I've been playing this game. I might have maybe reached VIP 2 by now. Hopefully you guys might agree with that suggestion as well, and maybe, hit the devs up with them. Next up is events like this. Make sure to do your daily quests, seriously. Especially before the resets. Because it's very important, because you can get, I'd say I skin teeth to get 250, right? I usually get 1, I don't have. I'm not the type of person you may sit here and think, "Oh my God, he has 22,000 gold." I once had 36k. Because of the current event that's going on, I've drained a little bit of my gold, but not too much. And I'll show you that event here in a second. It's a big crossover event. But I make sure to just do my dailies every single day and do the draws when they happen. And you can get some really cool stuff, like you can, get the subordinate, the consort. She's got some unique abilities. Like I said, you can go over here to the point store, use on these. I would definitely say hit for that 250, even if you have to spend just a little bit of gold, because it is worth it to at least get one fragment. And actually, I was very lucky today. I actually did a quick summon on that, and I was able to get a 5 fragment deal. So that was super awesome. Super lucky. It's the first time ever it's happened to me since I've been playing this game. But yeah. So the crossover celebration. This is another thing that I again wait for. So you've got event rules, right? Like subordinate level up. Wait to use a bunch of those crystals for when there's a crystal consumption event. Make sure to do that. Again, same thing with promotions and level ups and, again, the influence thing and everything else like that. Perfect time. Make sure to be very, very picky about these things. And your ranking, as you can see here, I'm not a big, huge pay-to-win person. And I'm in the top, I'm 56 right now. I'm doing actually fairly well. One of the questions I asked was, well, about the crossover events, I really like those, especially, they're teaming up with, like, other, like, games and animes and all this other stuff. How much do I spend? How much, who, what, when, where, and why? Well, if you're logging in every single day and you're making sure to do your story quests, right here, you see these. And you have, a full, like, week to complete every single one, so, you, at the very last day, honestly, you could sit here and just churn through a bunch of these. I wouldn't advise it, though. I'd say just log in and do your normal shtick, right? Just do your normal stuff. Visit the rankings, boom, that's done day one. Alchemy, down day one, again. And then your summons are how you gain points. I've already got the summon rewards. So we did a 10 summon today. Nothing spectacular. And when you do a 10 summon, as you'll see here, you get one free summon. So today I've already got my 11, and it was okay. It wasn't anything to be like, oh my god, but Next up is you want to do the daily gold pack. It's 500 gold. You get one summon thing, 2 of these, and a scroll. And then, like I said, I've already spent some gold on this. I'm waiting to use the pack B. I really don't want to use the pack C unless I really, really have to. I summoned 37 times during round 1, and that's without throwing money at the screen. This game is it can be really great, and as long as you play right and actually do the things you need to do, such as, like, for instance, this Northern Sea event. Make sure to enter this and go down here, and I typically just, there it is, 126. I've already cleared the solo, all of these. And so right now I have 10 vigor still available. Go in here, and this is how you do it. Like right now I have just a few guys left. I have to finish a lot of this tomorrow, but at least I can get a couple hits on and, gain some points, because that is what matters, points. Okay, so there's a bunch of points I gained. I went from early 1,000 to now almost 1,200. And you can go to your point store. Make sure to get those fragments. The cost does go up every time you hit. So, for instance, right here, I'll go for Gemstone Ring, because I don't feel like I need the other ones, right? So I go to Gemstone. That goes up to 80. So I'll have to make sure to log in tomorrow and get some more points. But yeah, every time you chip away at one of these with a pickaxe, you gain a few points, but then especially when you hit / kill, you get points for that as well. And make sure to do it and rank in the top 100, because then begins the Big Mermaid Sea Battle, which is the huge server versus server thing, and you can get some really nice rewards out of that too. So for instance, right now, I haven't even begun to, like, compete, but I'm 252 out of all these servers, okay? And that really isn't too bad, especially since the event just started. And this is the huge, not just are you competing with your own server, but you're competing with, you know, top 100 of your own, but then also top 100 of a lot of other servers too. Okay? So this was, I got a lot of influence from just doing the crystal consumption just itself. Just literally itself. And then also make sure to get your 5 demons, right? And then make sure to start working on these. So I've already got my gal right here. I'm really looking forward to getting her next. And no in specific order, you know, I like the artwork and things like that. Their abilities are all pretty much the same for the most part. Just, I mean, the more you have, the more they play into one another, right? For each, you know, Cosmic 4 recruited, it increases, you know, combat negotiation ability by 10%. And then also, you know, 8% for that. And yeah, eventually it starts snowballing and getting bigger and bigger the more you recruit. So when we started this, I think I was ranking 35 in production area, right? We're 28, and I haven't even fulfilled all of them yet. Let's go do that. Also, another cool part is, real quick, the library, right? So you're able to, you know, have all these people join, and not just that, but you're able to go over here, and you're able to add books. I usually say hold off on that until about the, until you start getting a lot more books. And make sure to trade in the brown ones, these ones right here. Make sure to trade those in. The reason why is because you get points, and it means I can go over here to the librarian and do points exchange. And then you want to make sure to get those legendary books all the time. So boom, boom, 3 legendary books. I could get the epic, but I save a lot of my points for the specifically the legendaries. And then you can also go back over here and borrow some books. So as you can see here, there's not a lot of good ones here. I rarely ever get a legendary that I can borrow, you know. But yeah, like I like the design and everything else. And as if you guys look back at the one video when I first covered this, when this first came out, this entire city and everything else looks so much grander than what it is now. And make sure to always do these as well, because again. And then I also typically will go with meat, crystal, you know, fighting forces when they pop up. Potion versus EXP. That is the great debate. So, I personally am a person that will go with the EXP versus the potion. The little itty bitty potions that they end up giving you are really not worth it. And during actually the whole thing, I didn't get a single potion. Sadness. Oh, and speaking of which, my team is back from the epic missions that they went out on. Go and see how much they got. We got 315 honor bonus. We got 300 EXP and 6 of the talent jewels. Not too shabby if I don't say so myself. Go to the other ones. Got 7th place on this one. So 210. So there's over 500 right there. And another level 7. Really wasn't too bad. A lot of chunky EXP. Very nice. And especially with EXP, you're gonna need a lot of that. So this is a really cool thing, is they've added this. So you can either go through with each and every single one, which it's suspend, visitation, or greet. I typically would go with greet. Now you can do like do them all. And next audience is usually about every 60 minutes. However, since I am now at the end of my day, I've went through all my emissary people, right? So it's going to be a couple hours until the whole thing resets. And it's kind of cool. This shows, you know, here's your basic ones, right? I haven't finished the final village because I take things a little paced. However, here's ones that you can meet that you've never met before, okay? So this one will tell you what you get, how you get an audience with them. This one will tells you a little story once you get them. Friendship, easygoing. You know, again, it's kind of a cool little system they've got going versus what they used to have. So that's pretty much it. So one of the questions was, how much can I throw at this game to make me get all these wonderful characters that are on your screen and whatnot? And the answer is you can. I mean, you can, but you can. Like, so you can throw $100 at it. You get 40 summons. You get 10k VIP, a bunch of other garbage. In my opinion, I mean, if you really want to support the app, sure, by all means, that's on you. I support the app via gold, and like I said, I've already made a purchase, but just a few dollars. But at least it was something. Again, it's my way of supporting the app that I really enjoy. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't also be covering the app and trying to also help other people. I'd say you can still sufficiently, get characters and whatnot. As you can see here, just on round 2, I've already got up to number 5. Just within the first day, I'm already building up more summons to summon so I can get the 1 extra free because anything helps. And then there's the point rewards too. By scoring so high, you can get a bunch of materials and whatnot that way. And then just to show you, here's the kindred. So this is the one. She's the S rank. This one's the A rank, which it's really too bad she's not a consort. I would have gone for that. And this one is literally a subordinate. And then this one I already do, in fact, get. You can get that just by simply summoning, right? So once you get to level 7, you literally get that for free. You get the summoning card. So it's kind of cool. I mean, it really is. And if you get down to 55, apparently you get her. And these are all your other rewards for going down further and further and further until you get to this point, where it's a Star of Awakening S used to increase S rank Kindred's Awakening levels. So that isn't bad either. Otherwise, make sure to drop a comment down below if you happen to have any more questions or comments or concerns or who knows what you might have to say about this game. Drop one below and either myself or someone else will either reply to you, or if it's a good enough question and I believe I can help you as well as everyone else, I'll end up making another vignette here in the future covering this and other crossover events or maybe more tips and tricks or whatnot. But if you are into this game, if you actually do enjoy it, again, just simply log in every single day. Make sure to do your quests. That is the #1 way that you're going to get ahead. Don't jump the gun. Don't automatically log in and be like, I'm going to use every single potion, every single scroll, everything else, because it's not going to get you ahead, okay? Versus you can just make sure to just stockpile that stuff. Go for time quests and things like that, but your main concern is the time ranking. A lot of those will typically plan with, these, for instance, will plan influence and magic consumption. Will really plan with the time quests, okay? So magic consumption, when this is going on, which it's constantly always going on, these constantly reset, is I literally got all the way through when the crystal consummation was going on, or consumption, excuse me. It's been a long day. I literally got all the way through the 10 billion. I mean, like I said, I was top 3. So I was really, putting a lot of work in and doing this. Again, all you do is simply log in and do the dailies. Another thing is the collector's thing. Make sure to check this every day. You can literally get whole outfits for about 150 of the collector's exchange coupons, which is a completely new system that they added recently. It's super cool. And then also outfits too. Make sure to redeem those once you have the either 300 or the 500 tokens, or I guess tickets. And then this little machine here that you may or may not have noticed that's next to her. It's a way of selecting, which, by the way, you can select certain outfits, right? And as you can see here, it increases the drop rate. And again, another 10 I save because you get 1 free. It's a fantastic opportunity because I've already gotten quite a few nice items, as well as a bunch of chances for other items. And I figure I'll do that one solid thing before I leave and show you guys that. Is all these items you can eventually gain, right? And so if you go through here, which I have 11 EXP tokens. I'll go ahead and use that. Boom. There's 600 EXP. Well, 550. You know, these potions, this is the perfect time, especially during an influence event, to pop those. But here's the scrolls for outfits, right? It's super close on his. Just 11 more, and we'll finally get his outfit. Once you get 50, you're able to, you know, make the outfits. So slowly and surely, a couple of these are really lagging behind, but the other ones are really strong and so close that I can taste the victory. But yeah, and there's a lot of other items that they've been added, again, for especially affection events. Make sure to use these. Really super strong, really will get you that advantage. Make sure to save up your rings and everything else. Just use the only 2 per day for your dailies. Save the scrolls for when there's, you know, talent scroll things. Save the potions for influence. You get my drift. You get my drift. And then also another cool thing is now via the embassy, you're able to get things like this. You know, used to obtain gold, chaos scrolls, things like this. You know, you go down here and it's like, oh, hey, this is really cool that I'm able to get things like this now through the embassy. So it really is. So if you did enjoy this video, if it was helpful, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below. Like I said, any questions or whatnot, me or myself, or excuse me, me or someone else will get to you, and either answer you or, like I said, make another vignette in the future. And make sure to subscribe to the channel because we have over 3,400 videos on this channel, do a large variety of content. I always try and put the best quality out there as well as helpfulness to the maximum. And yeah, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.